Hello and welcome to Team Fortress TV. This is Admirable, the #1 badass in Team Fortress 2. Joined with me is my crazy friend, CommanderX, and the ringleader of them all, John, on the camera. I'd never met a guy just quite so insane, CommanderX. What about you?
It's the craziest guy I know, man. You looking forward
Calm
to
down,
the
John! You can hear the shit that John says to us on the mic. You know, he's just like talking about ripping puppies' heads off and all sorts of stuff, shooting up crystal meth. You might think that was CommanderX, but no, it's John. It's just like he's a crazy guy. And
it's a massive distraction all the way through. It's a miracle we can cast anything.
Oh man, I've had a strenuous day casting that Asia Fortress stuff earlier. And I'm a bit strung out here, CommanderX. I'm feeling a bit wired myself. Just knocked back a big cup of coffee. I'm pumped though, because TF2 is my drug. I'm ready for Germany versus Sweden.
Yeah, I think pretty much all the players are on the server now, getting ready for the heavy fight for map pick. So, any early predictions for the heavy fight? Do you know of any teams with any super secret strategies?
Germany always seem to clean up. I'm pretty sure the last time I saw this, maybe it was the England game where Stefan or Bash cleaned up with a 3k. Maybe I'm just embellishing that story, but yeah. Germany won it by a significant margin the last time I saw a heavy fist fight. And I love the fact that there is one, that these teams are so competitive they won't even give away first pick or anything. It's always fighting down to the very death. I'm surprised they've actually managed to decide on a server without any sort of commotion. So my hats off to Germany and Sweden. They must have just told Ips to shut up, because he's always that guy that's complaining about servers and refuses to change. Yeah, I'm calling him out. He's just such a keen competitor.
Yeah, so who do you think past the heavy fight is going to win? Because I was watching Sweden warm up and they all seem pretty good. Beat Deserto pretty comfortably, and everyone seemed to be hitting their shots. Everything seemed to go right. Not too many mistakes.
Yeah, well, if you want to look at the rosters, I'm unsure still about Hicks on Roamer. I know he's a solid pocket, but compared to gear, that's one area where Epsilon or Germany might leap ahead a little bit. Scouts fairly evenly matched in terms of deathmatch or whatever, but you know, when you come down to that sort of telepathy that Bash and Stefan seem to have along with gear, then that's like a big plus for Germany. Germany seemed very confident, Ips in particular. Whenever we interviewed him after the England game, he didn't doubt that Germany would win it in 2 maps. So, you know, schedule your time this evening accordingly. It's not going to take any longer than an hour, I guess, according to Felix.
Yeah, I don't know. Germany have seemed pretty comfortable in all their games so far. Not really tested. And their roster on paper is at least definitely better. Like, it's pretty even all the way across, but like you said, on Roma, Gear just seemed a step ahead of Hicks, a lot more experience.
Sebas, I would probably say that he's a significantly better pocket than Ips, but there's not much in it. I mean, you've got Finn there, who's a sort of inactive medic. He hasn't played in a team for a while, as far as I know, and then he's back here to play with Germany. But Ips made it clear in his interview that he was like, it's so easy to play with these guys. He's just sort of cleaning up and following up on the damage of Rigo, Stefan, Bash. You know, he just felt like he didn't have to do anything. He just sort of walked around and occasionally shot rockets at his feet or jumped in whenever he had to. But maybe today he's going to be tested. He's going to have to actually step it up. I saw, will not be all German biased here, but I did definitely see Walters sniping well in a recent game. I'm trying to remember which one it was. It might have been Sweden, Finland, yeah.
Yeah, the semi-final we casted, yeah. Yeah, he was hitting shots early today against Deserto. In their warm-up game, he was hitting plenty of shots, ruining the medic's life. So it's certainly going to be something to consider. I presume Germany will definitely have it in mind when they're picking maps, when it comes to their turn to pick.
Yeah, I mean, they don't necessarily have anyone who likes to snipe. You know, Stefan, Bash, even Gear can snipe, but they usually don't. It'll be interesting to see if that dynamic comes into play, but it looks like we're going to ready up here for the heavy fist fight. Should we actually commentate this? Yes, I guess so.
They've picked an awfully long map to do a rollout on, really, for the heavy fist fight. Looks so far like all of Team Sweden are going the same way.
Yeah,
No breaking up.
Look at Hicks, man. He's nailing his role, like leading the pack there.
Germany have actually sent Stefan delayed Valley. That's interesting. Stefan hiding here. Stefan not going to mid. He's going to come in late for a late flank.
Oh, he's going under. And they changed the map. Wow, somebody put a flea in their ear about that, because they better not do that whenever the actual game starts. I'm going to have to shout at somebody here.
Sebaside's offline, so I've already messaged Ips.
Alright, you've got it under control there, CommanderX.
I'm reining in these Prem players.
I'm not going to lie, I wasn't particularly looking forward to that, guys. Be cool, be cool. Just looking at the stats, though, we still do have the stats coming in. There's live stats courtesy of Ari. And it looks like Brigo got a 3k, Thun got one, Stefan got one as well. So, like, that counts for 5 kills already, I'm guessing. That
the flank clearly works out for Stefan Ben going under bridge.
The top damagers are all German players. Like, literally. Oh, there's someone from Sweden sneaking in there. But it looks like Germany won according to the stats. So whatever map is going to come up next is absolutely a German pick. I'm going out on a limb here. Definitely Germany.
Ips just replied to me saying it was a wipe, actually. Like, Sweden didn't get a single kill in the heavy fight. Maybe an omen of what's to come.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, Ips is the last guy there. So it was everybody got a kill each. Brigo managed to pick up 3. Brigo goes huge. He throws pipes and he throws fists like a boss. I'm just looking at the chat here. Russian Gajevich of BlackOut Gaming is suggesting that he withdraw the prize money if there would be any future map mix-ups here. So maybe every time that a map gets changed too early, you lose €100 off your...
or like actually, slash for prize.
If you do it too many times, you have to pay BlackOut the money that you owe them for changing the maps. It could happen. It could happen.
So it looks like they've led with Gullywash here. Interesting choice from Germany, considering it might open up a door for Walters to snipe with.
Yeah, absolutely. You can control middles from that big door, although you do sacrifice position. But yeah, if you're getting frags, if you get enough frags, enough damage put out there, the position isn't that important. But it is always a gamble to run a sniper. You need some decent coordination. I'm not sure how much Sweden have practiced beyond today, or like since the last game, and obviously both teams would have had PCWs. I'm assuming, CommanderX, you said you were deathmatching with them earlier?
Yeah, Sweden played against Deserto earlier and then played deathmatch while they waited for you to finish your Highlander game.
Any results there? I was finished my Highlander game before this was supposed to go live. Don't pin it on me, Zavi.
They did indeed beat Deserto, but Deserto were with like, I think, 2 or 3 mercs.
Fair enough. I'm just really happy that England aren't here. That's made my day. CommanderX discuss. You don't care?
What? So I was getting a message. Well, I don't know. It wasn't a full strength England, really, was it? So what can you expect?
Oh well, there's always next year, right?
Yeah. Next summer at Sarzad's.
That's what I've been telling Team Ireland.
For the last decade.
We're building up from the grassroots here for the last 5 years.
It's all about the long game.
Just maybe we should let them know that we're ready. I'm out of things to say. I'll do a roster rundown here.
Go for it.
If you look at Team Germany, you will see a couple of guys fake nicking. You got Ips there, fake nicking as I. You could probably figure that one out. He's going to be the pocket here along with Thun on medic. Brigo will be the demo man, and then you've got Epsilon's gear as the roamer. You get 2 scouts there, Stefan. That's Stefan, sometimes known as Shocky. Then you got Justin there, who I believe is Bash. Not to be confused with Justin White, North American sniper scout. He's not German, as far as I know. It'll be Justin Weiss, surely. Anyway, on to Sweden here. We have Zebasai as pocket and caller. Should mention as well, Ips is calling for Germany. Then you've got 2 Max, which is also 2 Nuts. These guys are teammates for Infused. Then you've got Hicks playing roamer, who's normally pocket for Impracticable Project. And Fifi, aka Walters, aka I love that guy. He is going to be playing Scout and maybe a little bit of Sniper. You got Beaver in there, also Scout. And then Rib, also part of the Impracticable project, now formerly of Broder on the demo man duties. And that's your 12 players. You got me here, Admirable, and CommanderX also on the microphone. Then we got John on the camera and still killing bunnies on the private chat. He's whispering to us all sorts of dark things. This is worse than Amnesia, Machine for Pigs. It's freaking me out, man.
Yeah. I think we should be going.
What the fuck's going on?
That was very off-putting. I think we're going to be going live soon. I've told Bash that we're ready, so hopefully he's relayed that message to his team. And we'll be getting underway here. When I was watching Sweden warm up against Deserto, I know it was a weakened Deserto, so maybe they were feeling a little bit overconfident, but Sweden did seem to overextend quite a bit, and sometimes like they'd win a mid and then overextend for a med pick and end up losing 2 people and getting pushed back. And I feel like if they do that against Germany, Germany will be more than happy to capitalise off that.
Yeah, I reckon, like, I've always felt playing against Zebo on Pocket, he's like a free pick. He likes to take the full Ubers, but if it hasn't gone well for him, he will always jump in. He's, I don't know, too proud to fall back. He'll always go in and try and chase down some damage. But if you can just control choke, turn around and kill Zebo, a lot of times that's a pick that you need in the Uber exchange. It depends, I guess, if the rest of your team avoid death on the flank and elsewhere. But that's one thing I would try to do if I was Germany. I'm sure Ips is very aware of that. I haven't played many hours against Zebo in the old Broder-infused rivalry.
Yeah, Cadis was just saying, Cadis was murking as Rome soldier for Deserto against Sweden in the warm-up, and he was saying Two Nuts was really vulnerable. He was able to pick him like quite a lot just because there was no cover for him. So I'm sure if Cadis can do it on Rome, I'm sure Gear can have a lot of freedom there as well.
Cadis on Roamer is like full retard though. Play Cadis against Cadis and Scout or Roamer on pickup 2. It's just like constantly in your face. I'm not sure if the Roamers we're going to have here today are going to be that crazy. It's not necessarily a bad way to play. It's just, if you have to put up with the shit talk from Ips or Zebo, depending on who your caller is, maybe
you can have a bad time on either roster. I think we have gone live real time, so hopefully you should be seeing it going live pretty soon. As I speak, here we are, going live here in the Nations Cup Grand Final, Germany against Sweden. Gollywash is the first map picked by Team Germany after a wipe, has heavy on middle. I'm following Rib to middle here, he's going big door. Going to fire one sticky up, looks to want to take the enemy side here. Not really much damage out yet, and here come the teams. They're going to take each other's side here. And it looks like the soldiers from Germany are going aggressive first. And a lot more damage on Team Sweden.
Walters came in from choke there, he was hiding as Sweden all pushed up the right hand side from their perspective. Walters waited on the red choke until he knew Germany were distracted, then came in, did a lot of damage there, but Hicks picking up a big 3k with Stefan Thun and Gear all going down to the rocket launcher of Hicks. Now it's only Walters alive with 47 HP. He tries to run into Ips there, but will not get that frag, didn't even manage for the trade. He's gone down and that's going to be point to Germany there. It's pretty crazy, CommanderX.
Yeah, like as soon as the teams arrived, Germany just went straight into their face, but they lost so many people and it just ended up coming a deathmatch after all the early picks. But Germany take it and it will be equal to Ubers as Germany want to try and get free choke for free here. Sweden are not in position to stop it and here come Germany.
Ip's taking a position up top, they're just spamming. Oh, Bash catches a rocket. Ip with the air shot, or else at least Hicks surfed off his head anyway. But they will trade, and now Beaven is on to Thun there, but it's actually Rib who will get the frag. Stole that one off Beaven with a long range sticky. Now Gear seems to be a man who's trapped in no man's land here, trying to go out on a height advantage. That's always so heartbreak. Just can't land that rocket he's looking for, but one hit would have killed Beaven. And there's still action going on though in the lobby. CommanderX, it's Justin Bash with the 2-shot there. Gets the rocket jump kill onto Hicks.
Yeah, Bash is just going to try and buy as much time as he can. He's only on 30 health, but he's going to give a medium health back just from a buy team here. Buy time for his team even. But I think Fifi, aka Walters, will pick up a frag, and Germany are trying to deny him coming through middle and we actually take Rib as he tries to come through the choke.
Yeah, Ips from the drop down now. Germany just throwing players into the meat grinder here. Going to get destroyed. Lost way too many. I feel to force that Uber. There's a spawn wave coming in 2 seconds though. Ips and Bash will get forward spawn. Stefan potentially as well, but Brigo will not be here. There will be no stickies on choke, and this will really make the Germany defense quite ineffective. There is a sniper though. Bash may go huge here. Pops off a shot onto a soldier, fully charged body shot onto Hicks. So he's going to have to get that hail beam now, and that may just slow Sweden down long enough here for Brago to get back into the game.
Yeah, Brago's up top now with his team. Not up top, sorry, in lobby even. And yeah, Sweden are just going to back it off and let Germany push with their uber advantage.
And Germany are poised at choke here. They do know they have a little advantage, but they're probably figuring out it's been too long. We're not going to do anything too crazy. And the position of Sweden is so far back. And if you push choke, you're almost forced to uber. You have to be very methodical to try and force your way in there. And if you're lacking a scout on the flank, I'm not entirely sure if Germany will push here until they have a pick. Not just going to uber straight in, I doubt.
Yeah, they're just trying to open the door for Bash here on big door, just trying to make some room for him. He gets a body shot off, but no pick as of yet, and Sweden are now holding close on that big door. It's all about Bash right now, trying to get that pick. Sweden are poking through. They want to just bully their way in here, and they're coming through big door. But they're vulnerable to a lot of spam. They're going to have to uber out. Zebasai takes it in, instantly pops Fun, and Zebasai's going to go up top behind here as Ips tries to chase them out big door.
Ips actually had a few seconds milked there by his medic Finn. He could have pushed off that, but there was just a carpet of stickies there and the threat of Zebasai behind. Zebo's gone down trading with gear, and now it turns into 2-on-2. Brago goes down as well, but Rib is still up. Demo man advantage here for Sweden, but they find themselves a man down and a scout all over his face. Rib is just panicking here. His medic's gone down. He needs to try and trade to save some sort of face here, but Justin is going to find the head of Walters there in the middle of that. Rib went down as well, and Beavern is going to spawn a sniper at the forward spawn. He's hiding in it though. He's going to wait. He's going to wait and wait to open that door. Oh, hello! Counter sniped.
They get one pick, but it's not the pick they need, as Fun is still safely tucked away at choke and increasing that uber advantage. Here come Germany through the door now. They need to get rid of that sniper from forward spawn. The soldier's going to make sure of that. And now soldier jump in top. No, jump into lobby even, trying to force Sweden back, trying to get that cap time. Here comes Brago. Sweden just going to have to back it off here. They don't have the Uber and they don't have the players. Ips actually gets caught out up top by Zebasai looking the wrong way near it. And it's actually crits from Team Sweden.
Oh, nice spot, CommanderX. That is good to know. Yeah, Ips caught looking the wrong way there. He thought Brigo was going to cover him, but Zebo just peeked out, read that situation well, and 2 shots onto Ips. Took him down. Stefan will find Hicks, the roamer there in lobby. Also gets Beaver and 2k for Stefan. And they still have this charge, and coming up against the crits, you have to favour the Uber, but the Uber's probably going to be faded here by the time 2-Nuts fades. It's the time to pop crits. There's one frag from Zebo. He's just gone out of range of the crits right now. 2-Nuts hits him with an arrow or pops one off anyway, but only one frag from the crits, but they will hold on here, and they will be able to maintain that crit advantage. There's 3 players down here for Germany. You feel Sweden could go for it if they wanted to.
Yeah, they just need to clear up these players in lobby. Germany trying to threaten from the back cap. Soldier and Scout lower. Soldier is going to get forced out here, and Sweden should be able to start the cap here if they... But no, they're just going to back off. Was there someone behind or something?
They lost a scout as well. It makes it tough to cap there. Walters slightly got beat out. Ips was doing a great job there, buying time for his spawns to come in, showing himself and making himself the target, even though he had all those heals. It's not going to be the easiest guy to kill. Ips is just going to go in here though, and tries to get the force off. He does get the force off. Crits has been popped, but already this player streaming on to last.
Yeah, I think they knew it was crits. They knew Zebasai would want to push out with it. He knew he had to, and they just had stacked Riverside with their flank, and we're ready to go behind as soon as Zebasai tried to push into lobby. Really caught Sweden out there, and Germany take the first round in this first map of the Nations Cup.
That is a great read by the Germans. I'm going to go to another middle here. Stefan is straight onto the point, riding up on that log side, and Sweden are going to push up right hand side again. Walters again waiting on choke. He's poised to here. He's in onto Thin, hits him 2 shots, and the third will take him down now. Will Sweden collapse onto Twits here and keep their medic alive? How will they clean up these German players? It's turned into a 3-on-3, but Sweden are shy 1 combat class. The health is very bad for Germany right now, and they are going to regroup and heal up. So this is putting a timer on Germany's playmaking window. There's a lot of spam coming in from all sides, and there's a scout about to rejoin from Big Door. And there's Beaver going to get gear, and Rib will take down Brago. So good composure there from Sweden, but here comes that scout! Woo!
Oh, nice pipe. Yeah, good play from Sweden. They just took their time, gathered around 2-Nuts, didn't overextend for the frags, and kept their medic safe. And that's going to give them an uber advantage going on to this CP2 push.
There is a soldier just peeking here on the blue choke. That is Ips. roaming around up top. Sweden are already pouring through the blue big door. They're trying to take control of the lobby here. They have that charge, and Zembo may want to just pop it off here and try and chase down some frags. Look at the sniper on the stairs there, Justin, aka Bash, trying to find a head, but it won't happen now. Sweden poised for the push. Bree goes down. They don't have to Uber to get in here, except for the threat of the sniper. But they do pop off and instantly find a frag onto Stefan. Brigo goes down as well. No stickies on the point, and they will just bum rush that. That's going to be 1-1. We've got a game on our hands for sure.
Yeah, quick reply, really clinical from Sweden. And we're going into another mid here. I think mids have been really even so far, really 50-50. Are we in a pause?
I think we may be.
Exciting. Yeah, but yeah, the mids have been really even so far. It's really gone either way. But you saw Sweden there, a lot more clinical after they capped mid.
Yeah, and there's still about 22 minutes left on the clock here. Really is anybody's game. We've seen some good plays from each side, but what I was slightly surprised about was that it was Germany who were first to bring out the sniper. I think Bash was the first person to snipe, and Bevern did a little bit in response, but I wonder, is that part of their game plan? I know Bash can be sort of this mercurial guy where he just does what he feels like at the time. I wonder, have they practiced with sniper? Is it their strategy? It looks like the pause has unfinished here, or unpaused. Just a massive STV lag.
Yeah, I think Zebaside's missing from the server.
But little pause and an unpause, and people have respawned. I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. I was excited to get a new round underway, but I wonder at what point does he time out?
Well, I presume it'll be after mid, because it'll be 90 seconds in the future, won't it? So he should be able to get mid out of the way. But it could be at a really bad time, like an Uber after a mid or something. We'll just have to wait and see.
I'm ready to record a demo and stop it. Get rid of those ice skating people. But just quote tasteless, you know. I love his great quotes from GSL. You know, technology is the vehicle of esports, CommanderX, and sometimes that vehicle breaks down.
Wise words.
He's a real artist. But it looks like we're going to have cookie cutter lineups rolling out to middle, no snipers, and no crits, Craig, that I can spot anyway. I haven't yet got this medic HUD that Blue made as an addition to the advanced spectator HUD to work, but I must try and do that, because it actually tells you, I think, what medigun they're running, as well as the Uber differential.
It does, yeah, and that would be handy. We'll just have to use our keen observational skills instead.
It looks like Bash is timed out as well. Our psychotic cameraman John has just told me. I think the voices told him, but I have confirmed it with Stefan. And now we're waiting on two people, so it's a fairly even pause, you know. Sweden dropped somebody, now Germany dropped somebody. It's just like the game, it's back and forth, guys.
Equal on all fronts here in the grand final. What do you think is going to be the deciding factor in this map then? Like, it's been pretty even so far, but something's going to have to give eventually. What do you think is going to be the telling factor?
Oh, it's always last, man, isn't it? It's like middles can go either way, just depends who makes the big plays. Like, you've seen Walters coming in there for those medic picks. It didn't work the first middle, but he got it on the second one. And but it's always the last pushes that seem to be the most divisive. Some teams struggle and other teams are very confident pushing last, but I think in general a lot of people dislike pushing gully wash last. There's plenty of options for defenders. There's always the spawns coming in, jumping around high from the top. If you commit players to the point, you know, it's easy to get crushed. But at the same time, if you just try and control ground, sort of top right side is where I'd like to end up if I was Ubering in, but then you can be easily defend the point from under in the water and stuff, you know. A demo man in the water can hold the point in his own. Yeah,
it's a difficult point. There's a lot of, like you said, there's a lot of different options that you need to read as you come in with the Uber so you can react appropriately, otherwise it can cost you. And so far I think Sweden have been more clinical. I know we've only seen 2 rounds, but Sweden's was a very clean push. Like, wiped them pretty convincingly. Germany didn't put up too much resistance.
Yeah, this is true, and I mean, something I want to say is just need to get this off my chest. The only reason Sweden are here in the final is because Wales weren't able to field their full roster when they met earlier in the playoffs. I know there's a lot of people out here who are going to feel that sentiment, but Wales were robbed, man. They were all set for Nations Cup glory, but Sweden played them at the old scheduling game, man. Wales couldn't field that dream team, and here we are.
Are you saying if it wasn't for that, Wales would be in the final right now against Germany?
Absolutely, 100%. You can write that on my tombstone. That'll be my epitaph.
That'd be quite wordy, and I don't think many people would give a reference at your funeral.
MD Mike agrees on the chat. I'd just like to know, how is the chat feeling about the game as it stands 1-1 here? One player dropped a piece. Who's going to take it with 22 minutes left? I'm feeling Germany. You know, I'm all about those Germans. That Ips guy, he better win or I'm not going to hear the end of it, man, you know?
So many complaints. Then you'll hear about the server choice.
Oh,
spoilers.
John, you're giving away my secrets. There is actually still live stats going here, and it's sort of out of sync because of this pause. So we know what's going to come in the future. Either that or John is some sort of savant. Luckily, you guys can't hear him, so no spoilers for you. But we may know how this game is going to turn out. All I'm going to say is I'm pretty confident in my Germany prediction.
No spoilers, of course. None at all, no. I don't know. I do think the longer the game goes on, though, the more it's going to favour Germany, just because Germany seems to be the side to make less mistakes. Whereas Sweden, if they want to win it, they need to win it soon. They need to like roll them, get a lot of rounds on the board before Germany can start coming back.
Yeah, I mean, the fear of Ips screaming in your ear is always... It's always a great motivator. I'm going to play my best TF2.
You don't want to be on the bad side of Ips.
It seems, just going back to that interview again from the previous game, he just seemed to really enjoy his time playing with Germany because he feels like he doesn't have to micromanage people, or makes his job very easy. He can just concentrate on playing pocket and he doesn't have to freak out too much. So I imagine it's all actually sunshine and lollipops and rainbows over there in the Germany mumble.
It's like Pyrovision, is it? It's just all happy songs and smiling and rainbows.
Yeah, it's just that the German language makes it sound extremely harsh, you know. But they're all being incredibly nice to each other. It just sounds very caustic, you know. This is an incredibly long pause.
So lost in translation. As far as I can see, Zeverside's just not come back on the server, so I don't really know what the situation is. And all of Sweden are offline, so there's not a whole lot of information coming through.
Who would you bring in if Sweden needed to bring in a ringer or another member from the squad? Who would it be?
Vanilla? maybe Jukebox if he's around. Is he still active? I don't think he is. That kid.
Vanilla is playing pocket, is he? For Saints?
Yeah. So maybe Vanilla would be the most natural fit. He's certainly been impressive for Saints.
Is he? Are you trolling?
What?
Is he good?
No. I'm saying potentially. Didn't you ask me hypothetically?
Is he good? Is he good for Saints?
Yeah, he's good for Saints. He's like their best player.
Interesting.
Well, who would be your ideal pick?
I don't know, man. I might bring in Dania and Sniper. Screw pocket, man. Or we could just have Hicks. We'll run 2 scouts, a sniper, and a pocket. How about that?
Sounds game-changing.
John's asking me, have I disconnected from the STV? And no, I'm still on it. Should I? Should I retry?
What would retrying achieve? I don't know.
I'm gonna try. But John can't get in. John can't get an STV, guys. I can't see the stream right now because I don't have the bandwidth to speak and be in game and watch the stream at the same time. But if anybody's on STV, just disconnect so that John can get in. That would be nice.
Please and thank you.
Can you join STV when there's a pause currently happening?
Maybe that's the problem. Maybe we need to wait for it to go
Or
live again.
am I just making problems here?
If we keep saying things, it might sound like we have technical knowledge.
Yeah, if I speak confidently, people will believe me. Yeah, John, so you can join until the pause comes in. Look at this guy, Starbucks Cup, trying to tell me that you can't join. I'm a TF2 professional, Starbucks Cup. If I say you can't join, you can't join. You too, Gummy Tarzan. You need to respect my authority. Gummy Tarzan says he did get dropped and rejoin.
I mean, I want to back up everything you say, Ads, but it's looking less and less like you're correct.
Yeah, I'm just making it up as I go along. Oh, Starbucks Cup is going to jump on my bandwagon. He's bowed down. All you have to do is raise your voice to these nerds, man, and they're like, oh, okay, you must be right. Yeah, that's right.
He's speaking awfully loudly.
Right CommanderX, tell me about your day.
I was really hungover for the vast majority of it. I eventually rolled out of bed about mid-afternoon, trying to find something to watch, you know, just some kind of background noise. Ended up putting on the Age of Fortress cast. Watch some Asians play TF2. It seemed okay.
What did you think of their standard of play?
That's alright. No? Well, maybe not worried for I-52.
Yeah, that was one of the questions I should have asked actually in the interview, although I didn't really take much to do it, being on the phone at the time. But,
I was a professional.
Yeah, they look decent. We're going to cast the final as well. If you guys missed that, that was the Age of Fortress semi-finals earlier on this afternoon. Me and Yuki put in some time on that, and I had fun. Yeah, it was good. We had Shonik as well, so if any of those Asians are watching, I don't know what time it is. There must be like early morning over there, but I'm sure the VODs will be coming up on the Team Fortress 2 or Team Fortress TV YouTube. It'd be nice if they were in the Team Fortress 2 YouTube, but just Valve putting up our VODs, that'd be pretty sweet.
Get them to do all the grunt work.
Oh, the Starbucks Cup also wants me to talk about Euro ESEA. One thing I will say actually, guys, is that ESEA extended the sign-ups for all of their divisions, not just Europe, but North America. So even though it was supposed to close last Monday, it's been open for this week, and it's going to be open for another week until the next Monday, I believe. So if you are still on the fence about ESEA Europe, you can still sign up. I must make a news post to that effect, CommanderX. I'm sure people would like to know.
I'm sure they would. How's ESEA Europe looking in terms of signups then? What number did they hit?
13, I think, whenever the original deadline had passed, but 13 paid. I think they had hoped to hit 20. So, you know, a lot of people out there are more than happy with the service provided by ETF2L and didn't see the point, and I can't blame them. But maybe we could get Sonny Black in here for an interview to fill time. You know, he's both a German and an admin.
You could ask him many things, although I think he is PCWing right now. I'm sure we can pull him from that.
Just knocking back a pint of water here. I
think the real question is, as the pause goes on, can my bladder hold for this long in one go?
Well, I did make a quick toilet trip before the game started, you know, to get myself settled in for the long haul. I was looking for a 3 mapper here, despite what Ip said about it going to 2. But I'm ready, CommanderX. This is a great time, you know, if you want to go for a bathroom break, if you want me to use the WC.
I think I might have to, since there's still no sign of Zebasai on Steam or on the server, so I don't know what the situation is. I don't know if you can get hold of anyone who's still online.
We'll take a vote here on the chat, on the stream chat. We could cut away to some music until we see the pause unpaused, or you could just sit here and listen to me and CommanderX produce awkward banter for, I don't know, anywhere up to 24 hours, I think we'll go for.
Well, I'm not at work tomorrow, so I'm just going to have to keep going, I guess. I have no excuse to leave.
You're going to have to bring back some sort of bedpan to minimise these toilet trips.
My girlfriend is in the room, so I'm not sure if she'll appreciate that.
We're getting all sorts of requests here. They want to listen to us. Beavern is now playing TF2. I read they want me to sing Awkward Bunter +1 from Veethoof. More Awkward Bunter seems to be the popular choice. You can always add your own music in the background, guys.
Bring your own music stream. You know, get to listen to whatever you want to. I'm getting reports. Stefan says, Zebo's still not on Mumble. They're trying to call him.
Oh, Ali G wants to hear CX's girlfriend on stream. Can I interview her?
She'll definitely say no.
Well, you gotta ask, man. And it has to be audible. Yeah, you have to hold the mic down there so we can all hear. Have I crossed the line?
I'm asking her now. She seems hesitant.
Sure you are, buddy.
She's pouring another glass of wine. I don't think she's coming on mic.
Does she know about your esports heritage?
Yeah.
The legend of CommanderX.
She came to I-49.
Oh man, I missed out. Should have been there. What's her name, CommanderX?
Sarah.
Sarah?
Yeah.
Is that like Sarah?
No, it's definitely not Sarah.
How do you spell it?
S-A-R-A.
Oh wow, that's so English.
I'm getting a pop quiz here now.
And what are her measurements?
No comment.
Okay, I found out where the line is. That's cool. We're just feeling out here.
I like how you needed to check that.
We're going to move off this topic of conversation, CommanderX, you know.
Let's smoothly move on to another topic.
They're saying it's Sarah for posh people. Confirm or deny, Sarah. Is Sarah the common version of Sarah? She doesn't want to get involved. I'm trying to bring her in here.
She says no. She says no. She says, quote unquote, I'm common as shit.
Common as shit. She's a keeper, mate. She is a keeper.
Russians now saying I should ask you about your girlfriend, Admirable.
Jesus, man. I think I've felt the touch of a woman in at least 12 months. Wow.
Is the closest you got is it Ips?
If I'd been to I-49, you know, I would have been on a promise with that guy. It would have been nothing but bromance, but I flaked out and a little bit of an unpause.
Are they on the server? Oh god.
No way, man.
No way. I almost forgot we were casting a TF2 game here. I thought we were just doing more of a casual podcast.
Plenty of awkward banter. This will not be cut from the VODs, by the way. We will absolutely leave this in.
I'm going to comment on YouTube and link to the time where the awkward banter starts, just so everyone gets confused and clicks on that.
I'm guessing as well that this.
Oh, we're going.
Oh, we're live.
Full steam ahead.
It is still 1-1, and there's 22 minutes left on the clock, more or less. We're going into another middle here. Beavern's going to hop up on the right side, try and deny some of those German players, but everybody from Germany jumps up onto their own side, onto that blue choke, but they're quite blobbed up here, taking a lot of damage. Stefan down to 30, but 2 frags have already come in. 3 make it. Both scouts and the roamer, the flank destroyed from Germany. And look at this from Gear. He's going to storm ahead and find Zebasai. He himself will go down to a pipe from Rib as he tried to escape with the escape plan. And 2 nuts, aka 2 Max, getting chased all the way down. Beavern does spawn first to die, first to respawn. He will be able to build Uber with his medic, but as I furiously reload the HUD skin, he is 10% behind on that charge. They should have it in time on last here. Hopefully Germany won't misread that.
Yeah, great aggression from Germany, falling out of the middle, but 2 nuts did well to get out. Now we're going to see an Uber exchange here as they coming top left. Ubers are popped. Zebasai wants to try and find some damage. Bash dies on the flank. And this is where Zebasai times out. Left in lobby, disconnected, and down he goes, which leaves 2 nuts vulnerable, and 2 nuts will go down. And it looks like Germany should be able to convert this now with the heal advantage.
Another pause? Is this the point where Bash times out?
Yes, this must be where Bash times out then, at the end of a round, I imagine.
I'm so confused. Oh, I don't know how long this one lasts for, John. I'm not too sure, but we're gonna ride it out. Whatever, you know, we're in for the long haul here. We've already we've only really been getting warmed up with our awkward banter CommanderX. I've got a whole repertoire here to be used.
Before we get on to that, Rib has timed out now, so that's what his current pause is for.
This game is just doomed.
Maybe we should start taking bets on who's going to time out next, as I think I'm actually timing out from the STV, so...
Oh yeah. You're saying that myself. Connection problem up in the top right here. We've got that red text. Things are looking grim here. It's gone from bad to worse, CommanderX.
Now we've not even got floating players to keep the stream entertained. It's all on this now.
I can see them. I'm still in it. I've got a very long timeout.
Why have you got such a long timeout?
I don't know. There used to be a bug for a while where the server would hang, but then it would come back if you just wait it long enough. So I've got an extremely long timeout. I'm just flying around here, man, in the zone. Still 20 seconds.
20 seconds.
All you suckers looking at your console now. Look at the main menu. Not me. I'm a race car in Gullywash last, but it's still going on here. I can see Ips doing the air bicycle along with gear, but that's about it, man. I'm just about to time out. I'll give you a live update. Oh, disconnected. You have lost connection from the server.
Damn. It doesn't seem like the actual players have lost connection by other than Rib. So at least the whole server's not down, just for relay.
There is Douche Dude calling out 10 buds that Germany will win. He's laying his money on the line. Is anybody going to take that bet? Hengas asks, if Ads was a race car, what kind of car would he be? Let us know in the Twitch chat.
Text your answers to 0800 TFTV.
Cimarelli reckons it'd be a Morris Minor, a Beetle, Leyland Princess. These are all vintage motors.
All these car references are going so far over my head, I'm having to Google them all.
A Berlingo. That's more like it. It'd be a van.
A van. God, the Berlingo's ugly. That one seems about spot on.
Blue reckons it'd be a horse and carriage. Would it be the horse or the carriage?
You'd definitely be the horse.
You know, CommanderX, I think it's about time you sang us a tune.
I do not agree.
Serenade your girlfriend.
I'm not going to do that. I think we're at least about 8 pauses away from that.
I love you, baby. That's what I want to hear from you, CommanderX. In the drunken light style, you know. Don't really go for it.
Just really commit, yeah.
Russian Guyevich is reckoning that we can get someone in for an interview. Are they still paused right now?
Oh, they're still paused. We've got plenty of time.
Go ahead, make it happen, CommanderX. You're the puppet master around here pulling the strings.
Any preference?
Ips. Can't shut that guy up. He will just fill time for us like nobody else. Bring Ips in. We'll interview him on how the game's going so far.
It would be like, what was that LAN where Byte went up and interviewed like LMV after they'd just been smashed or something? It was really awkward for everyone. I told Ips we want him for a mid-pause interview.
Oh, there's a few people looking to interview John as well, or looking for John to be interviewed. And I'm actually reconnecting to STV right now, which is a positive sign.
And it just goes to show you can indeed reconnect to the server during a pause, as Ads correctly identified before.
That's what I've been saying all this time, guys. Listen.
John, PM me the mumble quick. Ips says he'll come.
I'm wondering as well, can John be interviewed? Is he able to be heard? Is there a magic button you can press, John, where people can suddenly hear your voice? Well, let's see what Ips has to say first. You're number 2 on the list, John. Don't get too big for your boots, kid.
Wow, what is this? Sunday night video gaming.
Hello.
What's up, guys?
we're joined right now by Team Germany and Team Infused Pocket Soldier / Caller. We got Ips here. We are just scraping the bottom of the banter barrel here, man. This has been an incredibly long pause.
One? Oh, you're still at the first pause?
So we're at the
We're
second
in the second
pause.
one now, yeah.
Alright, yeah. I think we're in for some pauses tonight.
Woo!
We're not too sure how to react to this because we as Germans and Team Germany are renowned
Take
for
the
being
default.
kind of the cunts, but we feel like, let's say, in the next half an hour, if this occurs a couple of times more, then we're just gone and we take it. 500 euros, goodbye.
And
Because
you
this is
know,
getting super silly. What is going on? Now they even started to talk like Swedish to us when they want us to pause. Lagat, lagare käften fetto, and I don't speak this language. What's going on?
see, I don't know if you're joking or not about those defaults, but it seems like a very real prospect, especially when you consider that E2F2L German admin circle jerk is still in effect. People like to think Permzilla is the new head admin, but it's really still Camfo and Sonny Black. I read a enlightening article from Penny Farming about how Sonny Black is actually head admin of ETF2L and ESEA on the sly.
Oh, we just had a quick unpause on STV.
What can you tell us about that, Ips?
1 second. Oh fuck! Maybe I have to go 1 second. Oh, Rip is there again. Yeah. Well, maybe we see us soon, guys. I have to go play.
Good luck.
Good luck.
So I guess that means we're going to see an unpause soon enough. And this is almost certainly going to be a round for Germany here. Just analysing what's going on. We do have Walters and Bevern hanging around near spawn, but Hicks will die. He's 52 unless Ips is going to drop 4 rockets without doing any damage. I reckon he's going to die. There'll be 2 scouts trying to rush onto the point to block, but then you've got Brigo following up. Sticky's already coming in towards that point. I'm calling it 2-1 CommanderX. Are you going to go against that? Oh, here we find out. CommanderX, now's your chance. No. It's going to be 2-1 here. And I'm pretty sure the HUD is going to be broken for the rest of the game. CommanderX. Man down. CommanderX. I just accidentally reloaded STV as well, so I can't exactly see what's happening at middle here. I just joined as the fight gets underway, and now I'm watching Ips use his buff to jump forward there, but it's actually Hicks and Beaver who get the first frags. Now Gear onto Walters. Brigo manages to find Hicks as well, cleans up that rumor, and Gear is going to get another frag, taking out both scouts, gets Beaver as well, and it's turned into a 3-on-3, but Germany have lost their medic. Thun went down to that bomb from Hicks, and it looks like Sweden are going to be the ones to shore up the defense this time again and make sure they keep their medic alive and maintain that advantage. CommanderX, are you back in the land of the living?
I'm back. I missed all of mid, but I made it back, and it looks like Sweden took that one, and I can only presume it was because Ips was slow to mid from not being on this mumble.
Well, I don't know actually. No, that would have come in earlier. That was a different pause. Come on, 90 seconds, man. Right? I don't know.
I don't have a watch, man. I just play it all by instinct.
Surprisingly, my HUD seems to work after I rejoined STV.
Oh, really?
Oh, that's pretty cool. I never realised. Gonna make a note of that for future. Check out Bash sniping up top on the balcony here. He's gonna try and neutralise Sweden's Uber advantage. Little does he realise the combo is moving in from Big Dog. Does get a body shot onto Beaver now. That could be an important pick. And at the same time, Gear is jumping behind here. He's pushing ahead onto Chuck. He's going to try and flank all the way. There's 2 down right now for Sweden. Gear's going to go in and doesn't manage to get that pick onto Rib. Had him down onto 80 HP. 2 nuts healing him up right now, but it is Uber versus Uber. And Germany find themselves a man down, and that's going to be only Sweden need to push in. They have to be wary of that sniper, though. Bash is still sniping. Has finally repositioned himself to be able to get a line of sight onto Chuck. He's popped off a couple of shots. Finally gets a headshot on his 3rd go. CommanderX. Is Bash going to be the thorn in the side of Sweden here?
Looks like it is, man. Stefan got a frag at the exact same time, and suddenly all of Sweden's aggression has turned into backpedaling as Germany are muscling their way in through choke. Demo's launched up. Demo might get picked here. Rib's awfully weak. 30 HP, but he will surf that rocket away as Germany retake middle, but they did not force Sweden's Uber.
And now we see there is a man down here, Hicks, disconnect it. Hicks calling for the default win. And he will rejoin the game momentarily when the pause is happening. Or maybe they're going to play till the end of the round, I don't know how Germany are going to play this one out. But right now, Sweden, even though they're a man down, they do have a full Uber, and we've gone to a little pause here. This is great.
I did not see this one coming, as I believe this time, yep, Hicks has crashed.
Oh, but we're back. Just like that, it's all over.
That's such a shame. I had so much more to talk to you about Admirable, but I guess we're just going to have to go back to the action here. As we see Germany trying to take lobby here. They don't have their Uber yet, but they want to keep this aggression going.
Walters tried to follow up on the damage there in lobby, but maybe the call that players were weak was not accurate. He ran in and landed a couple of shots, but nobody died. A soldier has been called underneath for Germany. That's Gear doing work. He's landing rockets onto the scout, and now we're in for another pause. Sensational. You know what I was just thinking there, CommanderX? I would love another pause.
It's over already. I just have so much more to talk about, but it keeps just going live. What a disappointment. As we see, I'm getting a lot of lag as Gear lags onto the point.
And this might be a DDoS or some sort of lag on the Fackel Brigade server, John is telling us, because we also lost the live stats. So I'm not sure how to proceed here. We may need an alternate relay, but right now I'm not sure if this is a pause or a lag. What do you think, CommanderX?
I think it might just be what John said, and that the relay's just down. But I'm not getting a timeout though, so it could well be DDoSing.
And I will join the other vanilla. I'm gonna join the vanilla relay. See what happens.
Can someone link me? John, hook me up.
Yeah, I will send it your way. What is your name? I'm Katy Perry Smash. Okay.
Yeah, I'm Katy Perry Smash. Yeah.
But I'm not sure if I can join this one right now. John, are you currently connected to STV on the stream? So the viewers are just looking at our lovely faces. You should follow me on Twitter, guys. I'm Admirable Player. CommanderX, do you have a Twitter you'd like to share?
I do not have Twitter. Sorry.
Okay, Grandpa.
just don't really have that much I need to share. You know, I don't need the constant attention like some of us Admirable.
Wow, I think people would love to hear your thoughts.
I think they've got enough of them tonight, to be honest.
I just use it to promote things. Getting very defensive here, you know. I don't tweet random things like, oh, worst day ever, expecting people to tweet me back and ask what went wrong. Or some people are such dicks. Stuff like that, man, that fucking pisses me off. I'm an STV again, but it's still a little bit laggy.
Are you on the VTV one or the FB one?
I'm on the Fackel Brigade one, you know. But I'm gonna try and find the vanilla one again, maybe.
The vanilla one wasn't working for me.
Maybe we're just banned because we're Team Fortress TV. You know, calling you out, Vanilla TV. I know this is a BTV conspiracy. Start the flame war. Stats are back, John tells us. Could be stats for the second map. This has been such a car crash of a cast.
It's been a series of car crashes.
I'd like to see the stats after this to see how many viewers we dropped over subsequent pauses, you know.
I'm back in the STV now, and it looks like Germany took the round. So it's gone to half time with Germany leading 3-1. But I'm not sure what's happening now.
A pause for halftime. I just needed to catch my breath there. John's requesting Germany default when he wants it to be ended now. I told you that guy was crazy, subversive bastard. John, we're going to stick this out till the end. We haven't committed an hour of covering pauses just to give it up now. No, John, I won't let you kill my family and my pets. Please contain yourself. CommanderX, can you believe this guy?
I don't know where we found him. I don't know why we've trusted him with so many responsibilities.
I think it was like one of those mental health outreach programs where you take a patient from an asylum and give them a job. We give John the role of cameraman here, Team Fortress TV, and this is how he repays us with death threats. And he's laughing, but it's the laugh of a maniac. Not. It's not the giddy laugh of a child. It's the evil
a
manic laugh.
cry. Yeah.
You don't know if he's laughing or crying. Yeah, it just splits between the two. But we are on a break at the minute. I can only hope, because I see Brago running pyro in middle. Could be a new Germany strategy, but I think we're in the intermission right now. And the quality of the STV looks good for me right now. I'm optimistic.
I'm just reconnecting now, so I feel like hopefully it'll hold true for me as well. Yeah, I'm lag free currently.
And Rib does not appear to be on the server as of 90 seconds in the past, but we'll soon see what happens. It is 3-1. We didn't see how that last round went, and I do apologise profusely, but you have to offer us a little bit of sympathy here and blame John because he's mentally defective. It's all your fault, John. He says he is lag free now as well, so hopefully everything's looking good on the stream. We are just waiting for the 6th Swedish player to join. That is Rib, the legendary demo man. And then hopefully Sweden will be getting things underway so we can see some more pauses tonight, guys. Who wants to see a pause? Let me know in the chat if you're gagging for another pause hit.
Who do you want to see timeout next? You going team Sweden or team Germany? Who would you like to see timeout, Admirable?
I would like to see a timeout from Two Nuts, because you know when the medic goes down, it's a horrible situation. Somebody's thinking I have to switch up to medic,
but no one really wants to do it. But everyone knows someone has to bite the bullet. I did
probably do it.
I did quite enjoy when Zebasai timed out mid solo Uber push into lobby. That was enjoyable. I'm sure Tunas had a much worse time, but it was quite fun watching Ips pick up that free frag.
I want Sweden to be pushing in onto last. Two Nuts is just about to pop the Uber. Time's out. Zebo gets dropped, flies into a rage, and then realises that Two Nuts isn't actually there on Mumble. So he's left with these awkward emotions of hate.
But no one's a point to that, you know, yeah. Maybe he'll just pick someone else, like maybe blame Rib for being slow or something.
Then it all just falls apart from then. He just totally loses his train of thought, and the comms just suffer as a result. But we've got 6 on each side here. It's a 12-man game.
For about the first time so far this evening. And they are live real time.
Have they swapped teams as well, yeah?
Yeah. We will be going live into the second half shortly.
I suppose I should confirm, in case you guys are wondering, that this 4th Nations Cup was in fact played under NA rules, so that is why there is the pause after one team scores 3 or 30 minutes is up. And now we're going into the second half, and it's first to hit 5 here, so Sweden only need to get 2 more rounds, but there is a full 30 minutes, so Germany won't be forced into any rash plays. They can set it up how they want it and try and get back into this. And it must be frustrating as well that not only are they 2 rounds down, but they have to endure all these pauses. Any momentum sucked out, but we have readied up and we should be going live here for this ETF2L Nations Cup number 4 powered by BlackOut Gaming Grand Final. This is the second half of the first map, and I'm sure it's about an hour in. We're on to middle. CommanderX, what's happening?
Sweden, the blue team, have taken control, but Germany are coming up the other side now. Soldiers aggressive onto Sweden. Sweden lose 2, but Soldiers pushing back here, and looks like Germany are actually going to get crushed. Finn, no way Finn should be able to get out of there. Scout chasing him down. There we go. Walters finishes with a pistol, and Sweden will reply after half-time.
Oh, Kiedis just pointed out there on chat that it was actually Germany who were winning 3-1. It was the fact that the teams had switched, and the scoreboard threw me off a little bit there.
We were counting on how many pauses each team has had for who was winning, you know.
Yeah, forget everything I just said. Ever. Thanks, shout out to Jason Allen there. Still holding a candle for that bronze medal, but not playing in the grand final here. Yeah.
We're going to see Sweden take it into lobby here. Zebasai wants to go to last already. just slow down a second when that cat finishes up. But is Beaven already in? Beaven's able to pick off a sniper there, and it looks like Sweden are coming through Riverside. Here comes Viva, only 55% on fun. Forcing them back into spawn here. Brago is behind the point, but they need to get rid of Brago. Scouts rushing in from underneath. Surely Brago's going to go down. Down he goes, but there's no cap time yet, and this is dragging out a long time. He's trying to get a saw. Fun gets 1 on 2 nut. And Bash spawns as Pyro. Just Bash alive. He's launched into the air. Gets a reflect kill on Beaven. And my STV has died.
No, we're in a pause.
Oh,
we're in a pause.
Oh god,
Pause.
What's going to happen? What's going to happen? Is Bash going to hit the reflect, or is Hicks going to win the round?
Yeah, this is like a horrible situation as a gunboat soldier going up against the Pyro, because it's really all out of your hands. The Pyro either hits the reflect and you die, or he misses it and you win.
Also, wait, someone's timed out. Let me check it's neither of these players that have timed out. Neither of these players has timed out, so that will not be a factor.
Yeah, I'm gonna float a third option there, that Bash hits the reflect, but hits it into the wall right in front of him, kills himself, and then Hicks goes in for the cap. That's my prediction, CommanderX. Deal with it.
I think Bash is going to hit it. He hit the sick one before on the scout. I think it was Walters, maybe. So I reckon he's going to go big, get a second on 10 HP.
I reckon as well that it may be Zebo who has timed out. So John, that crazy guy, has just let me know in the Steam chat. So yeah, Zebo confirmed worst person in TF2. I do notice as well that Bash isn't running the degreaser because those unlocks were not allowed in the Nations Cup. You can't catch me out, CommanderX.
Excellent observation as always, Admirable.
But he has the flare gun. Wait, is this an illegal? Illegal? Got the extinguisher and the flare gun.
Could we see a possible reverse default from Team Sweden against Team Germany?
Wow, luckily I'm here, Sherlock Holmes, to spot these things. Nobody would have noticed. I would absolutely demand that this whole game be defaulted to Sweden.
Just no one wins, or... Oh, right.
England are now champions. Well done, Kados.
Well played, everybody. Everyone involved did a great job.
Maybe we should get John on for interview. People were requesting that earlier. John, are you ready? John's asking, does he have to? We'll see if we can get the whole screen full of chat filled up with requests for John to be interviewed. Then we will do a John interview. But if I do not see an entire screen of text that says John.
We have 2 so far. 3.
Some very personal questions. You heard my interview with CommanderX.
Uh-oh. We're getting pretty close to a whole wall of John. Oh dear.
James. Okay, oh wait. Bash won! He killed him with the flames. Now he's doing the spinny thing. Oh, the game's back on. John, you dodged a bullet, mate. We have a game.
My STV is down.
Oh wow. Looks like STV is down for John, so I'll just do a radio cast here. Right now, Germany in the red, still 3-1 up, as I said earlier, are pushing out from last, having defended that Pyro versus Roamer situation. He got the reflect and killed him with the flames. Or maybe it was just the flames, but no, now there's another pause, guys. Don't panic. I know you're getting bored of that TF2 action. We've got another pause for your viewing pleasure.
Thank God.
And John's STV is a connection problem.
Is your STV crashing, or is yours staying connected?
Oh, I'm staying connected, man. Oh, now it's crashed. Now it's crashed. Thanks for jinxing me there, CommanderX. And we have Walters on Spy as well. Not sure how that one is gonna pan out.
So
actually, he's Spy on the HUD, but he's Scout in the game. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe he's just the master of deception there. And there is also a Kritzkrieg for Sweden, I understand. Yes, 2 nuts on the Kritzkrieg, spotted by Little Cedar there. Also a fine Swedish medic, up and comer. Are you guys back in STV yet? Don't worry, it's still paused. I will let you know if we have any of that horrid, boring TF2 action.
God forbid.
Yawn. The thought of it puts me to sleep. Oh, I heard a little reload there, a little unpause. Now things are going forward in like a slideshow here. This is if TF2 were sponsored by Microsoft PowerPoint. Wow, Sweden. Did Sweden just get wiped there? Oh my god.
My STV is currently connecting.
The game is currently a series of dioramas, series of landscapes here. And now it's back into a bit of fluid motion. Hopefully you guys can rejoin, but Sweden absolutely got crushed there on middle around choke, and Germany have rolled through to last. They've got a massive Uber advantage. They're going to lead in with Gear, who will die. And, oh, actually a lot of spam coming in, forces the Uber here, and Germany find themselves 2 down. Bash went down previous, he's going to respawn. Gear will spawn in the next wave, but Germany realising that it was a bad Uber, very smart to back off. Ips and Thun waking their way onto choke here. This is CP4, they're playing defensive, but Brigo was not getting the heals there. Ips needed them all, and he got bum rushed by Beaver, who also picked up a pistol frag onto Stefan. And now Sweden find themselves in a strong position to push out here. Gear feels the need to jump in to 4 waiting players and gets plucked out of the air by Walters. Couple of meat shots there, and Sweden moving forward here before they even have the charge, just about 90% now. They want to be in position to make use of this Uber advantage. They're capping at the minute, but a scout jumps in and things descend into another slideshow here. Is anybody on the STV?
I'm on, but it's lagging a lot. I'm getting like stop motion TF2 as Sweden are taking it into Big Door, but it is equal Ubers here, and I really cannot tell what is happening. It appears a soldier has died. Ips is down. Ubers are exchanged. This is horrendous to cast right now. It's jumping forward like 5 seconds at a time. Is yours still smooth, Admirable?
No, I'm in the same boat. CommanderX, you keep commentating here. I'll try and join the other relay, see if that one is working or smooth.
Okay, well, it looks like Germany about to come through choke here, as we've either entered a pause or the SCV has died. Nope. 2 frags for Germany, 1 frag for Sweden. And I think the push is looking alright for Germany coming back in here, as Sweden are on the back foot. Can't wait for the action to jump forward again so I can say something else.
Apparently the vanilla relay is fine. I'm unable to join it. Clearly I've been IP blocked. Another vanilla TV conspiracy. But that report came in from Little Cedar. I'm gonna rejoin the laggy STV.
I think we're currently at a pause within the laggy STV.
Miblik makes a fair comment there on the Twitch chat. Says almost 500 people watching literally nothing. This is esports, baby. I think it's about time for that John interview. But you know, the rules of my game are that you have to fill the screen up with John chat again. If you want John to be interviewed, if you want to hear an awkward young man be interviewed about his crazy psychotic tendencies, you gotta fill that
possibly
screen.
His girlfriend.
Ooh, possibly his girlfriend. John's got a girlfriend. No, I don't. Oh, is Ips and Mumble?
Yow!
Oh, you just saved John's bacon. We were about to do. So people are demanding a John interview, but I'm glad that you're here.
Someone is breathing heavily. What's going on?
Are you guys
That's
getting
John.
DDoSed?
He's a little bit nervous.
Who's getting DDoSed?
Are you? Or is it the relay? We're having real trouble with the relay. Is the game still going on?
The game is over. The game is over. We won.
Over?
Yeah.
You took the default?
Well, no, not like this. We will see if they want to play now or not, but we consider taking the default now. Like if we're gonna play them without pauses, because this is getting kind of like ridiculous, like one map, 1.5 hours, we would be until midnight if this continues, and it's just super weird.
I can't even join the STV now.
My STV is working fine.
I've
So
been kicked. So, what is the situation then? Is the first map over, or is it
the
still
first
going
map
on?
is over. We won the second half 2-0. They still have
Wow,
the
it's no spoilers.
technical. You asked me. Oh, for the
Yeah.
VOD or whatever.
No, we're still watching it, or we were watching it. It just kept getting paused out though, and
Yeah,
the
and like
STV was
now
DDoSed.
it's their map, and we will see what's going on. But like the biggest issue, it's so retarded because people, you can argue whatever you want. Like obviously it's completely fucked up for them that they are constantly dropping players, but we're completely getting thrown out of our zone every 2 minutes as well. Like we're super bored. We just want to play TF2. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, just reading the chat here in the Twitch chat, Veethooft is saying, "Do this properly, reschedule." Are you open into the reschedule?
Definitely not.
Would you play another time?
What do you mean? Another
Play
time, another day?
the next maps?
I feel like if you're coming to competition and you can't compete due to technical difficulties that just occur to you, if you can do some, if you're like responsible for them or not, is not really your enemy's fault. And we already rescheduled to this date because this is the only day that we really can play in this form lineup. So I don't see why this is not like a one night cup. This is actually about 500 euros. So I'm not really, or we're not really up for doing this.
Oh, the man supplying that 500 euros, Russian guy of BlackOut, is he's saying "fuck you, Ips, you cunt." And I am, of course, just quoting here. I'm not swearing, but those are the words that left his
No, this
his
has nothing to
keyboard.
do with being a cunt. Like we're coming here, we're prepared, we're ready to go, and their scrims worked out perfectly fine internet-wise and whatever. And then you come into a competition and you're constantly dropping your players. Like we had this a couple of times now during 3 years of playing TF2 together. That there are teams that think that you can make this the problem and the disadvantage of your opponent as well, but you can't. You can't. This isn't. There's no way you can argue this. There are two teams that have this as a downgrade to that game.
I respect your German logic, and right now the STD is looking pretty fluid for me, man. There's actually on Badlands now. Are you planning to play?
I have to go back. I have no idea. It's their map, bro. They lost. It's losers pick.
Are you planning to play this map tonight though, or is it too late already?
We will play this map tonight without pausing.
Lovely.
See you on.
All right. Good luck again. Wow, there you have it, guys. Ips pulling no punches. That's his worldview, and he wants to win. How do you feel about that on chat? Is Ips right, or are the needs of the spectators coming? Did they come before the needs of the teams, the competitors? CommanderX, what do you think? Wow, CommanderX gone. Am I talking to myself? John, is it time for your interview? A lot of people calling Ips out here. And CommanderX has disappeared from Mumble again, but people are calling for John as well. I think we've got time. John, feel free to unmute your microphone. Tell me whenever people can hear you. Stop chanting those satanic verses as well. Stop